What's up everybody? Kevin here to let you know that I'll be streaming some Splatoon 2 right here on the Cozy channel. I'm planning on going live tonight, Thursday, April 5th at around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on both our YouTube channel as well as our Twitch channel. If you follow the link in the description, you will find your way to our Twitch page if you prefer watching there. Just like our Kirby Star Allies streams, I will be uploading the live footage here on YouTube in the days following the stream, so do not worry if you miss it. So, if you didn't know, Splatoon is a series that originally began on the Wii U and had an initial release date of May 28, 2015 in Japan. This game was developed by Nintendo EAD, which was the Nintendo Entertainment Analysis and Development Division, until it was later merged with the Software Planning and Development Division. With these two being merged, they became Nintendo EPD, which stands for Entertainment Planning and Development. Nintendo EPD is the company's largest division, and is the one who brought us Splatoon's sequel on the Nintendo Switch, which was released on July 21st, 2017, in multiple regions, including Japan and North America. I personally love the development teams that have been working on the Splatoon series. They have a very fun and creative approach to their promotional work for the games. You can see examples of this from their Squid Research Lab videos seen in a few different Nintendo Directs, and even some on-stage work during the first Nintendo Switch presentation. I think it's really worked in Nintendo's favor to have had a development team composed of generally younger employees compared to who usually works on other titles by the company. This definitely lends itself to creating a very fresh gaming experience. Sorry, I really had to do that. Here at the Cozy channel, we're all big fans of Splatoon, and when I pre-ordered Splatoon 2, I got this cool Splatoon cup that I could choose between pink and green. As you can see, I went with pink, so what's cool is that when you pour a cold beverage in the cup, it actually turns a darker shade of pink. I also picked up this really cool Splatoon-themed Switch carrying case that also doubles as a really stylish purse. I also have the original set of Splatoon amiibos, as well as some really cool merch that we got during our trip in New York City. When we went to the Nintendo World store, Rosie got this cute Splatoon tank top, and we also got this really cool Splatoon hat that I love to wear like all the time. So last summer, I actually got to participate in a small Splatoon 2 tournament at my local EB Games, which is the Canadian equivalent to GameStop. It was a really fun experience and was actually a promotional event made by Nintendo of Canada. It wasn't too big of a turnout, but just enough to meet a good group of people to hang out with for the day. Now, I was playing Splatoon quite a bit leading up to the tournament, so I was confident that I would do pretty well, but was mostly there just to have fun. I remember there was this one player who definitely came off as a pro player, and I was pretty concerned about having to face off against him. But if I remember correctly, the tournament had 8 players, and the format was 2v2 matches that at the end of the tournament became a one-on-one showdown for the final round. The format became all confusing because it was supposed to start off as a 4v4 match, but the connection between all 8 switches kept cutting out. Apparently this was an issue that a lot of Splatoon players were having when trying to play local wireless between 8 switches. I also drew this incredibly confusing diagram to show how I think the tournament played out. So as I was saying, I was concerned I would have to play against this pro player in the finals of the tournament, but what would actually happen is that I would end up playing against my teammate in the final round. Now listen, my teammate was so good. This kid was about 13 or 14 years old, and was actually using the same loadout as me, and it was so much fun to play with them. But let me tell you, when it came down to the finale, we were neck and neck. It's one-on-one, and we both start off by filling our sides of the map with ink, until we end up meeting in the middle for an epic showdown. It was such a high level of stress going on, having everyone in the shop looking over your shoulders, but at the same time it was very exciting and fun. When it came down to the final 30 seconds of the match, I would take a second to look at the map to see if there was anywhere specific I should go to paint. But then I noticed that we had both filled up our entire sides with ink, without missing a single spot. This was going to be really close. I swear that at the end, before time had run out, we both knocked each other out in the middle at the same time. Everyone had been cheering and having a blast, but when the match ended, the store went silent. We waited nervously for our scores to pop up on our screens and crown the winner of the tournament. I closed my eyes for a second, and when I opened them I see those two cats, Judd and Little Judd, telling us who had won and what the score was, and with an unbelievably close score of 50.2% to 49.8%, my opponent was the winner. I shook her hand and congratulated her on her well-earned victory. I honestly thought it was so cool for her to have won, and she was so happy. What I forgot to mention was that another thing that I thought was really cool was that she had her mother there supporting her and actually coaching her throughout the day and talking over strategies with her. That right there was true parenting goals in my mind. So for participating in the tournament, I got to take home a few cool little prizes, like some Nintendo buttons. I also got a Splatoon decal for my Wii U gamepad. And for coming in second place, I got to choose from a small selection of Nintendo Switch accessories to be my prize. I don't remember what the other choices were, but I went with these Joy-Con grips since I enjoy using my Joy-Cons in this format. And for my opponent coming in first, she got to choose a Switch accessory as well, and her grand prize, funnily enough, was another copy of Splatoon 2. I don't know why Nintendo of Canada thought the grand prize for a Splatoon 2 tournament would be another copy of Splatoon 2, but I mean, I would have been happy with that prize, and I would have just given that copy to Rain. But c'est la vie. Well, I think that's about enough for now. I really need to make sure I'm ready for the stream tonight. Thanks so much for listening to my story, and I hope you can make it to one of these Splatoon streams. I'm planning on streaming my playthrough of the entire campaign, as I haven't played it yet, and maybe every now and again I'll stream some online multiplayer as well. So if you're interested in watching, consider subscribing so you know when we'll be live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful day and keep things cozy. Bye bye!